The New Orleans City Council just put some guardrails on the NOPD's use of facial recognition. This comes 2 weeks after members reversed a ban on the technology in the city. Paul Murphy reports they hope this latest ordinance helps protect people's civil liberties.
For some, facial recognition conjures up Orwellian images of Big Brother watching everywhere you go. Others fear the surveillance technology is still evolving and not as accurate in identifying certain people.
You've heard a lot from us and other members of the community about our strong concerns about racial bias and gender bias associated with facial recognition technology.
Thursday, the New Orleans City Council passed an ordinance adding restrictions and reporting requirements to the NOPD's use of the technology.
I think that our concern is this. Facial recognition really tests the boundaries of civil liberties.
One of the things intentionally left off of the City Council's facial recognition ordinance is judicial approval, such as a signed warrant to use the technology. Councilmember Harris admits that the judges at criminal court aren't quite there just yet. City Council member Leslie Harris outlined some of the new checks and balances. She said facial recognition cannot be used to hinder reproductive rights or persecute same-sex couples. The ordinance also requires monthly reporting on the use of the technology, and it requires the NOPD to perform a yearly review of the effectiveness of the crime-fighting tool.
They would like more information on the technology before they could decide whether or not they would actually approve or be part of the process of approving the use of facial recognition.
The ordinance sets up a working group to consider how judges can serve as an added check to make sure the technology is being used properly. At Thursday's meeting, the ACLU, an ardent critic of facial recognition, endorsed the new safeguards.
New Orleans residents have been very clear and consistent that the debate over the use of surveillance technology is not over, and this needs to be a continued conversation, especially as this technology changes and develops over time.
The working group now has an October 1st deadline to report back to the council. Paul Murphy, Eyewitness News.
According to Councilmember Harris, they worked closely with the NOPD in drafting the new facial recognition rules.